Common programming errors come into three different types. Let's talk about each of these. The first is a syntax error. Essentially what we're talking about here is you've taken a keyword and you've spelled it wrong. So you've violated a programming language rule. Some other examples other than misspelling would be maybe you've left off a quote mark someplace. Or maybe you've left off a required option in a function the way you're trying to use it. These are all examples of syntax errors. Usually when you get a syntax error, the editor lets you know immediately that that's the problem. Next classification of errors is what we call runtime errors. As you're writing your program, it may appear to you that it's free from errors because no syntax errors crop up, but as soon as you start running your program, then errors are generated. This could be because of the type of data that you run into. A simple example would be if you're dividing by 0. You'll get an infinite number and it doesn't handle that very well, so it gives you an error. Another type of error that you may get is if you're trying to process a number and you give it text, or vice versa. If it's expecting a certain data type and you give it something different, that can also provide a runtime error. Third type of error is what we call logic errors. Logic errors are a little trickier to find because from all intents, it looks like your program is running correctly. It's not giving you errors, but the results are not what you would expect. And so that's why these are a little bit more difficult to locate. You really have to go back through and look at your program and decide, did I enter a function wrong? Or maybe my function is entered incorrectly, but is my logic such? In other words, am I looping too many times through a loop? Am I counting a particular variable one more time than I should or one less time than I should? Those are the types of things that contribute to logic errors, not understanding the problem sufficiently well and how the program is trying to execute it.